Hey friends, welcome back. We are on lesson 5 today, and we're going to be talking about minerals. I know we've been talking about different layers of the earth and all that other stuff, but we're going to be talking about minerals today. So let's go ahead and get started. Share our screen. Doo, doo, doo. I'm going to make it bigger. And let's talk about lesson 5 in the history of the earth, minerals. Okay, so before we do, let's talk about some vocabulary words. Gemstones, precious stones that can be cut, polished, and used in jewelry. We were amazed at the size and brilliant colors of the gemstones on display in the museum. Here are some pictures of gemstones. Minerals, natural substances found in rocks or in the ground. Minerals such as diamonds and gold come in many shapes and sizes. You'll see these are all different types of minerals. Traces, very small amounts. Even after cleaning, there were still traces of dust on his glasses. All right. So before we get started, I'm going to stop share for a second. And I want to show you this. Just a chocolate chip cookie, right? But we're going to pretend that this chocolate chip cookie is a mineral, okay? Or I'm sorry, not a mineral, but a rock. So the chocolate chips are the minerals that make up the rock. Sometimes we can find minerals by themselves in nature. So sometimes we have chocolate chips all by themselves and we can eat those chocolate chips, can't we? So just like chocolate chips by themselves, minerals can sometimes be found by themselves. But most of the time, minerals are found inside rocks, just like chocolate chips are in cookies. So most rocks contain several different minerals. And sometimes cookies have more than one thing in it. So sometimes they might have raisins in them and chocolate chips. Sometimes they might have chocolate chips in candies like M&Ms. So there's different types of things, just like minerals. There's different types of minerals in rocks. So even though a cookie, like a chocolate chip cookie, is similar to rock, minerals are found in rocks by themselves in nature, just like chocolate chips are found by themselves and in cookies. So today we're going to have Mr. Jerry, the geologist, in our read aloud, share some special rocks and minerals with us. So listen carefully to hear all the different ways rocks can be described. So let's look at what he's going to show us today. All right, here we go. As a geologist, it is my job to study rocks. There are many, many different kinds of rocks out here in the world, and I have collected quite a few rocks during my time as a geologist. Ooh, look at that. What colors do you see? I see some blue and orange, brown and yellow and purple and reds, all kinds of colors, some golden colors. There's some really beautiful colors in there. Here are some of the rocks and minerals from my collection. I have polished these in a special machine called a rock tumbler, which makes them shiny and really brings out the color. In this pile alone, I can see amethysts, tiger eyes, rose quartz, turquoise, red jasper, agate. I'll try to say this one. Unakite, onyx. Whoa, sorry, I got carried away there sometimes. Ooh, look at this one. Minerals are the building blocks of rocks. All rocks contain minerals. Sometimes you can find pure minerals unmixed with other minerals, but most rocks contain several different minerals. There are over 3,000 different types of minerals, and scientists still discover new ones from time to time. Minerals come in different shapes, sizes, and colors, and textures. We use these different characteristics to divide minerals into groups. And the characteristics are ways we can describe and group things. Some of these mineral groups are quite common, whereas others are very unusual and even difficult to describe. I will tell you about a few of the best known minerals. For instance, in this picture, this is a picture of the mineral quartz. Quartz is the most common mineral in the Earth's crust. Not the most common in the whole world, Earth, just the most common mineral in the crust. Where was the Earth crust? It was the first layer. Excuse me. This picture shows a type of quartz called milky quartz. Quartz comes in many varieties. Look, those are clear quartz crystals on the top left. So right here. Crystals are small pieces of minerals and rocks that have many sides and distinct shapes. So you can see how they different sizes, different shapes, different sides. Look at all of them. Some minerals form into perfect crystals like these, and some don't. It all depends on where and how they are formed within the earth. Crystals can come in all different sizes. Some are as small as a pea, some are the size of your arm or longer. As for the color variations in different types of quartz, these are largely caused by the addition of a very small amount of various types of metals in the mineral. So color variations are color differences. So variations is another word for vary, and it just varies. For instance, the beautiful purple color of amethyst is caused by traces of iron and aluminum metal. So traces, remember, is a small amount. So this purple color is caused by iron and metal, or iron and aluminum, sorry. Examples of rare gemstones are some varieties of corundum, it's hard to say, a mineral composed mostly of aluminum and oxygen. A gemstone, remember, is a stone that is cut and polished to be used in jewelry. So which one do you think is a gemstone in this picture? Believe it or not, they're all gemstones. Some are just hidden. These two are polished. These two are hidden. Red corundum is known as ruby, and blue corundum is known as sapphire. Rubies and sapphires are among the most beautiful minerals crystals on Earth. Getting a little tongue twisted tonight, guys. Here is another beauty. This is called emerald. Emerald is a variety of the mineral beryl, which also comes in many different colors, including green, blue, yellow, and red. Deep green emerald is my favorite. You see, emerald right here is actually in here. See it coming out? And here's one of the most famous minerals. Do you know what these beauties are called? Give you a hint. Sometimes you see them in rings. These are diamonds. A diamond is the hardest mineral in the whole world. A diamond is hard enough to cut through glass or scratch other minerals. The diamond on the left is a raw diamond, fresh from the earth. The diamond on the right has been cut and polished. The sides of the cut diamond are called facets. So this one is what it looks like before they polish it up and cut it. And this is what it looks like after they cut it and polish it. You need special equipment and skills to cut and polish diamonds or other gemstones such as rubies and emeralds. People who cut diamonds look through powerful magnifying glasses as they do their work. This is so they can see all the tiny little facets or sides. So if you look right here, you can see he's looking through that. It's almost like a microscope, but it's a big magnifying glass that it can make it look like you're looking at it like this, and see each one of these little shapes in here is a facet. Here's one mineral that we use every day. Have you ever heard of salt? Have you ever sprinkled some salt on your food? Salt, or sodium chloride, is a common mineral that is found in the oceans and in the earth. Sodium chloride is called table salt when we use it in food, and rock salt when we use it to make roads safer during winter storms. Some people put table salt on food to make it taste better. In fact, salt is an extremely important nutrient for people as well as animals. your body needs salt. Not too much, but just enough. Too much salt is bad for you. If you eat too much salt, your body will tell you so because you'll start to feel thirsty. Salt appears in many forms in nature. Rock salt can be found in the form of halite crystals. Like the rectangular shaped crystal pictured on the left of the image, you can't see salt in water because it dissolves, but you'll know it's there if you ever taste ocean water. So this is what a rock salt looks like, and this is what table salt looks like, just little teeny tiny grains. So when salt mixes with water, the salt dissolves and it forms salt water. That's why you can't drink water from the ocean because there's too much salt in it. Why do all these different minerals look the way they do? Each has its own story, and it gets pretty complicated, but you can bet that there were 3 basic things in common. Bet you know what's going to happen. What are those 3 basic things? What do you think he's thinking? Heat, pressure, time. The 3 factors play a role in the formation of every mineral. So we were right, it's heat, pressure, and time. An important thing to remember about the rocks you find in nature is that you should leave them there so that other people can also enjoy them. If every person took even 1 rock, there soon would not be very many rocks left. Without rocks, environments change dramatically. That means that environments are places where we live, or animals live, or anything like that. If the environment changes, the plants and animals that live there might have a hard time finding food and shelter. Now, I've told you a bit about some of my favorite minerals. Take a look at the ground the next time you go outside, and you might actually see something interesting. All right, guys, let's talk about what we learned today. Let's stop share. All right, so why does Gary the geologist have so many rocks? Because he studies rocks. He's a geologist. What are minerals? Minerals are what rocks are made of. What were the names of some of the minerals that you heard about? Remember, we talked about quartz, rubies, sapphires, emeralds, diamonds, and salt. What is a gemstone? Gemstone is a stone that is cut and polished to be used as jewelry. Where might you find the mineral salt? In the ocean and in the earth. Sometimes our table. How is salt used by people? We put salt on food to make it taste better, and we can also use rock salts on the road. So like if it's going to snow, they sprinkle salt on the roads to help the snow from staying around. It'll help melt the snow. All right, guys, now you know what to do. It's your turn to go into Google Classroom, find your questions, and go answer them. Remember, if you ever have a question about one of our questions, like, I don't remember what that was, go back and rewatch this video, or email Miss Ray. You know I can help you out. All right, guys, I'll see you on the next lesson. Bye, friends.